One of these two. Go!
Hey there, sports fan. The best wrestling on the planet is the WWE. And I ain't talking about those guys. I'm talking about mid-1990s Tulsa, Oklahoma, the hotbed of professional wrestling and the World Wrestling Empire.
Give a reaction to the action of the World Wrestling Empire.
Our host, The Ledge, my close personal friend, The Ledge. That's right, we're in communication. I've done several interviews, and they're slowly trickling out in the members-only portion of the channel. I know you're interested. The Ledge is not joined by Prince Devlin Blanchard this week, but instead by a very good pro wrestler named Red Eagle, who appears to wish he could be anywhere else.
Looks like a good card again, Ledge, as usual.
But that too turned out to be a lie.
Also, some really good news, as it appears they lost the direct audio for this segment, so we're just hearing the sound bounce off the walls of the National Guard Armory.
And then we're going to see them as they take on the Masters of Destruction.
I can't fix that, so what I will do is adjust mine so it at least kind of matches. Ledge then runs down the card while Red Eagle has zero opinions.
All right.
Turns out Uncle Donk and Crazy Carl's predilection for their opponents' posteriors has caught up with them, and the tag team championships, as well as their parole, have been revoked.
No touching! No touching! No touching! No touching!
So there's only one solution: another tag tournament. That's right, at least twice this year we have had a tag team tournament for the Empire titles, and it's basically everyone in the company. Update: the World Wrestling Empire has bought a green screen.
They say you can get a little bit crazy. Look into these eyes, man. I get crazy too. Can you deal with this? Come get some.
Big debut here as Chaos and Mayhem, better known to you at home as the Masters of Destruction, completely rip off a gimmick idea I had in second grade. All scrubbed up and nowhere to go, fresh off a double shift at the ER, these fellas are in no mood. Scott the Snake Serpent Scum Summers, local bad guy, is teaming up with the most popular man in Owasso, Oklahoma, Shane Cortez, local good guy.
Hey, you got
Shane Cortez,
on my...
Scott the Snake Serpent Scum Summers,
You got
Scott the Snake Serpent Scum Summers,
my...
Shane Cortez, and it seems entirely possible to me, sports fan, that Uncle Donk and Crazy Carl have maybe broken out of wherever they were being held and are now forced to operate under a mask. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens, and it largely depends on how deep up into their opponents they get.
No touching.
It's a wait and see game. Worth pointing out that Mayhem and Chaos are wearing lucha masks, OR scrubs,
Oh, are they?
and moccasins. It's like somebody broke into their house at 2 a.m. while they were dead asleep and was like, get up, get the f*** up, get up right now, you have to be a wrestler right now. Here's a comedy trunk full of costumes and props. Get ready, you have 10 seconds. Scott Summers hits his finisher early, but instead of winning, decides to show his stepkids what he's been working on in the garage all week and delivers a drop kick to Chaos's belly button that somehow knocks him out on his feet. And for the first time in weeks, we actually get a cool move.
Here's going to the top. Oh, a Russian leg sweep. Beautiful move.
That was unfortunately not the finish. Can't get that lucky. Chaos tempts fate and tries to run. Scott Summers pretends to punch him just like in high school, and Cortez shows the world an actual dropkick. The masked men at one point do a little twin magic and illegally switch places, but thankfully the commentators and the cameras miss it completely. Scott Summers then gets us back on track by running the ropes the wrong way and then doing what he does best. Then we have a really dumb finish for the 1, 2, 3.
Great. Every match is a main event anywhere.
It wasn't.
Coming up, we have the Bad Boys, Brett Knight and Crow Danzig, against the fresh off the field trip to the Science Center Military Express.
Right, the Military Express is off the corner of the ring, headed in.
It is worth noting that 30 years later, in present day, the Military Express have made a triumphant return to the wrestling ring, and you know what you did to deserve this. Bret the Shit Man shows us his wrestling prowess by turning the wrong way and working the wrong arm. Meanwhile, Silverado is back in Los Santos to find his supposedly dead friend Michael. Then Todd gets tagged in and decides to try the Undertaker move.
There's the flying elbow.
So much pressure both men went down on. That was tremendous pressure.
The cameras then miss Todd getting punched in the dick, and why are we even trying? Bret Knight then accidentally does a cool move, which of course wasn't the finish. But Bret then redeems himself by nearly paralyzing Todd.
All right, Bret Knight goes in with the power slam.
Kroll Danzig then steals my trampoline finisher.
Oh, there's the DDT.
Twice.
Oh,
And what is going on? Who gave these guys Japanese wrestling tapes? Todd has had more than enough of this actually decent onslaught and responds with an arm wrench and a couple of slaps to the titties.
Oh, he's working on the lung area.
He whips the man into his own corner, screams, "I'll never call you Dad!"
He better.
Falls down for real and loses a molar for his trouble. Bret Knight then power bombs an actual sack of flour.
These men are taking a lot of pain.
But the real turning point in this match is when Bret Knight had to power slam himself.
Better watch what he's doing.
nice move by Hartman.
Oh my goodness.
Kroll Danzig then goes to work on the same arm that Todd broke at Bible camp.
Real quick here.
What is going on?
He's forcing him out.
So, when taking a pile driver, it's pretty imperative that the pile drive E either wraps their arm around the pile driver's legs or gets some sort of push off them to ensure proper support and that they don't slide down. Because if they fail to do that, well, this happens.
Where do these two go?
Even though Todd was just gifted 6 months in traction, it's somehow still not the end.
They set it. Military Express in a lot of trouble.
And here come the pretzels.
And as we wrap up this very bad boys-centric episode, Red Eagle sums it up perfectly.
Bad boys once again, very bad.
Better eat your Wheaties, boys, because it's going to be an all-day lunch for you. And these guys are going to take you to the cleaners. You can bank on it.